That's gonna be my topic, final topic. Um, so we're talking about favorite presents in video games, and I think one video game that we never got for Christmas was something like League of Legends because it's fucking free. Because you can get it anywhere. So League of Legends is cool. We talk about it. We play it a lot. We stream it. But one game that we've tried before, I think all of us have tried, is Heroes of the Storm, made by Blizzard, MOBA game, just like League, except different. They have a different philosophy in their design for Heroes of the Storm, and that philosophy being it is a team experience, and it should be consistent throughout the game and the meta game as well. So League is very much a little bit more independent, and I wanted to talk about the differences between League and Heroes, and one specific element is that Heroes actually is implementing something that League does, a lot of competitive games do, which is the kill to death ratio. They've added that into the results and the live feed. Like if you press tab during a game, you can see what it is right now. So with that element put into Heroes of the Storm, it separates more of the individual contributions and highlights them for people to see. And there's some worry here because, again, Heroes of the Storm, like I was saying, is very much team-oriented. And so before, you would just have what they call takedowns. So it was just all the teams, every individual's contribution of kills would be just 24 takedowns. And so you saw how many takedowns you were a part of, pretty much. Now you see exactly how many kills you've done, how many deaths you've given to the other team, and how many assists that you've been a part of.
See, that would make me want to play it more though, because
Yeah,
that's
me
one
too.
of the things that's one of the things I didn't like, just because you always want to see your progress, you know. I mean, yeah, you win as a team and everything like that, but you also want to know like how you did, and it strives you to make you better, make you want to be a better player too.
Right.
I guess that's one of the things I didn't
I
like
like,
about it.
yeah, I like having something that shows like what exactly I did in each game, like if it was successful. I guess potentially it could cause more toxicity that
Yeah.
like they have in League, where it's like, oh, look at this guy, he's like not doing anything, he's just dying over and over and over again.
It lends itself to say, hey, you suck, bro. You only have 3 kills.
But
Yeah.
at the same time, like every first-person shooter, like every type of game like that, like has that in it, and it's like a good way to see like if you're getting better or not. Like and when you first start on a game, you're probably gonna have like a negative KDA. When you start getting better, you're gonna have a positive one. So it's like a good way to track your progress. Whereas if you just like auto attacked somebody once in Heroes of the Storm before, and you got like take credit for a takedown, like that doesn't really mean you did anything. You know?
Dude, it's broken. You can be in the vicinity of a kill, not do anything, just stand there and you'll get the takedown.
Yeah. So
And
I don't
so
know.
it was a little wonky, but
To
it
me, I
did.
think it's good enough because there's not you can only talk to your teammates anyway, so you can't even like troll the other team and like be like, oh, your guy sucks or whatever. You know, I don't know. I think it's a good change personally.
Yeah.
And I think what Blizzard's doing, this is outside of the KDA stuff. I think a lot of the champions they're adding are making it more. I mean, I haven't played it since they've added new champions, but making it more enticing to play, I guess. Now that they have a bigger pool of champions to play, you're not gonna see like the same fucking 5 characters every single game,
Yeah.
like you do before. And that's the best part about League is like you have a lot of variety.
So many characters.
Yeah, there's like
So many activities you can do.
So many activities. Okay.
I agree with you, Alan. It is in. There's so the article to play devil's advocate is the article that was writing was that it was the worst idea ever to be put in Here's the Storm because it is juxtaposition, like it's not even, it completely contrasts the philosophy that like we're
Teamwork.
all in this together and it's teamwork and it doesn't matter.
Well, I think I disagree with that guy's
I do
opinion
too.
because every other thing in the game is a team stat. Like you get levels as a team, you get experience as a team. Like you can only win as a team in that game. There's no such thing as like solo carrying a game in Heroes of the Storm.
It might make one people want to solo.
But that's
No,
why
but
that's what
the
he's
thing,
saying.
They still won't win. They still won't win even
Yeah.
if they do. Like their KDA could be like 11-1 at the end of the game, but they're still gonna lose because you have to have 4 other teammates in order to win that game. Like it's not like League where like you just fucking dumpster your laning opponent and then you can just kill everybody else too. Like that's impossible in that game.
The thing about that game, Steve, is that the best player is as good as the worst player. They have the same level,
See,
same experience,
I
same
wouldn't
money.
do that though. That sucks.
I know it sucks, and I have like intense problems because of that, and there's a lot of snowballing issues that come with it. Like it pisses me off. And I agree
So
with
wait,
you, Alan.
as a team, so if you get money as a team, even the worst player gets the money too, or something like that.
Yeah.
It's all evenly spread across the board.
And
That's
League is kind of
like,
starting to do some of that too.
I know I'm scared. I don't want that.
League, I don't know if the change is live yet, but now when you get kills or you get a level, your minions kind of like level with you. So if you get a solo kill in your lane, or like something like that, no matter what, the other team is gonna push harder with their minions because their minions are gonna be stronger, and like the overall snowballing is gonna happen way more often because
I thought that's if you take a certain mastery though.
no,
I've seen it in the
everybody,
masteries. Oh, okay.
everybody.
They're trying to. It seems like they're trying to make the game a bit quicker.
Yeah, they're trying to make the games like 30 minutes, I think, more like Heroes.
Right,
But
but
heroes like 20.
Yeah, well, getting closer to it, yeah.
yeah.
I'd say
But
20 to 30 minute range, because right now, like the games I've played in preseason, even before those minion changes, have been much faster.
oh, interesting.
Yeah,
They have
they've-
actually.
Because of the assassin buff, you think? You just roll face.
No, I think it's the items that are available now.
Yeah. Items
and-
definitely make it different than the masteries.
And also the towers only have more health, but they don't have armor or anything anymore. So like
Interesting.
everybody's hitting for like shit tons of damage, even though it's higher health. They just like blow through it. Like Graves
Why wouldn't
does like shit tons of damage now. Like
they seem to be overcompensating? Like I would just think all you have to do is increase the amount of experience and gold you get from minions, and then that enough would be a way to keep the framework of the meta game intact, but just make it quicker.
yeah, I think
because
I don't
you
know.
build quicker, yeah.
Yeah,
I've heard people
because-
complaining because like normally that's the biggest part of the early phase of the game is like getting minion kills to get money, right?
Right.
People are saying even if they're ahead by like 30 CS, even if they get killed in lane like once or twice, they lose the lane because of the minion changes pushing against them. Like they can't do anything because the hero not only is it the minions, but you get a shit ton of experience for getting kills in lane now. So like somebody that is ahead 30 creep CS or whatever, the other guy that killed him once is like a level or two ahead.
you get experience for killing people now, like a
Yeah,
lot
Way
more.
more,
So
more
yeah.
than, more than you did before, yeah. So
Yeah, like in jungle,
person
like-
is worth way more than even being like ahead 30 CS or something.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Because, like, I mean, I don't even build Devourer anymore because, like, we're already halfway through the game.
There's no
before I
point in
even
like
start.
stacking it.
So,
Yeah,
no.
exactly.
So then-
Right, and yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Things like that get lost in this quicker paced game.
Yeah.
And then it even seems like there's like getting to 18 was a thing. It doesn't seem like that's gonna happen really. Like you could just pretty much
Yeah, I
roll
don't know.
to the end.
Yeah, I mean, I'm getting to get into 18 like around 34 minutes probably. Or
People
30.
who are listening, 18 is the max level that you can get within a game.
Yeah.
Anyway, what I was saying about so you're right. Okay, so that is a concern of mine too, Alan. But what I was saying is that I hope League doesn't do that. But yeah, that can introduce snowballing effects that I've seen in Heroes of the Storm. And like we were saying, like in Heroes of the Storm, you're tied to your worst player, unlike League, where your best player's delta between him and the worst player that could be the biggest thing ever. But like if that guy's good enough, like he can compensate for the worst player. But a worst player on your team in Heroes is so much more significant because you guys like share everything.
Yeah, yeah.
You could be so screwed.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean, you can be carried in League for sure. If you're like struggling, like 4 other people on your team can make you win. Even like 1 or 2 people on your team can make you win.
All you really need is Diana. So.
I know.
Yeah.
But so here's my take on it is that people say that okay, here's a storm team based. You start dividing these what people who've killed and who's died and all this stuff, and then it gets more toxic, and it does become team centric. But the problem with that is before this change, they were showing what you contributed to XP and how much damage you've soaked and how much healing you've done. So they've pretty much done an individual's tank stats, an individual support stats, and an individual healing stat. The marksman and the assassin, they weren't getting any sort of measurement.
I thought
So
hero
does-
damage was there.
You're
Hero
right.
damage and siege damage are there.
You're right. But a big part of contributing is not just hero damage. It's also the kills, because the kills, like, that's just the reality of the game. That's a big
Right.
part of this game. Yes, objectives are huge, but killing someone takes them out of the game, gives you a bunch of gold. So that's important, and it's your job. Like, it's my job as a healer. I see my healing stat. It's my job as a tank to
Well,
soak up damage.
I always kind of felt like if I was playing a damaging class, the most damage done was what I would look at to see if I did the most damage, which would, to me, assume that I was like getting the most kills because I was dealing the most damage. That's kind of like how I looked at it when I looked at the scoreboard in Heroes.
You're right. Yeah, I guess you're right.
I mean,
Yeah, I
was
guess
the Heroes of the Storm like doing bad? Is that why they're doing changes? That's what I'm wondering. Like, if it's not broken, don't fix it, right?
it's
No, I think
kind
it's
of
so
broken.
fun. I think it's,
The matchmaking, we talked about the issues with the
Matchmaking
snowballing.
sucks.
Yeah, like,
I
there's
think you can
issues
play it,
there.
though, because it's a Blizzard game. It's really easily accessible. It's easy to jump into.
It's quick.
You don't need to know build paths for items or anything like that, like in League. You don't need to know about getting CS because there is no CSing.
Yeah, there's no last
There's no
hit.
benefit from like getting a last hit on anything.
It's just basically an experience as a group.
Yeah, there's no
level.
jungling. There's no
Yeah.
jungling. I mean, it's a team game through and through, and just
Sounds
it's all
boring.
about like team fighting.
It is kind of boring, honestly.
I just
It's
remember
boring
playing
and
that one
frustrating
time
to me
with
at
you guys,
times.
and we were getting rolled, man. Us as a team, we were getting rolled when we played that one time.
That's because you guys
We
were
were
bad,
good.
and there was nothing that, like, me or someone else who was more experienced could do.
And I think it was broken too, because they didn't have any like matchmaking thing either.
No,
Probably.
they had pretty
Well,
shitty
matchmaking
matchmaking
sucks.
because we were 5-manning, but you guys were playing for the first time. We were matched against other 5 men who
Yeah.
I knew what they were doing. So yeah, we got steamrolled.
That's true.
It was really bad.
Maybe that's why.
Anyway, I guess, man, you make a really good point, Alan, because yeah, you would just need to know pretty much your damage done as an assassin, because that's really
Because then
your
takedowns will
role.
probably be high also. Like
Takedowns
higher
really
than
don't matter,
somebody
especially because takedowns don't matter. You get gold, and then that's because everybody shares the gold. So why do you care about kills then?
else. There is no gold.
From kills?
Yeah.
Or
You
there's
don't
ex-
buy anything.
Matrix.
You don't buy
There's no-
anything.
oh, right, experience.
Experience, yeah. You just get XP. That's it, and that helps everybody on your team. Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing that's gonna like boost you up faster when you get those kills, other than having the advantage to push the lane more.
Yeah.
Like that's
What
what.
if they
That's
what if they introduced items into the game then?
No, they won't do that. That would be
They will.
huge. Yeah.
I think
But-
the talent, like when you choose your abilities at each level or your ability augments, that's like the items basically. So you can choose one of 4 things to kind of like choose what build path you go.
Yeah.
But it just, a lot of times it just doesn't feel that impactful. Sometimes it depends on the class. Like sometimes you do, but then like sometimes like a class doesn't get good until like level 16, and like level 20 is the highest level. So you're just like, well, like fuck, I just had to spend 20 minutes of the game not doing really anything.
What about
Yeah.
that one guy? Is he still like overpowered? That one blonde dude?
Oh, Kale? No, they
range?
nerfed the shit out of
They
him.
did. Okay.
Yeah, they nerfed the crap out of him. And yeah, right, he didn't get good till like 13, 16. And then here's the other thing, you can't respec. You pick your talent, you're stuck.
The whole
The-
game, yeah. Because in
and the-
League you can like sell an item and buy a different item if you need to. Like
Yeah.
all of a sudden all the tanks have a shit ton of armor. Well, you go get Last Whisper or something. You know, like
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
There's like 2 Last Whisperers now. That's pretty great.
And I heard tanks are really strong because the Last Whispers don't work as well as the old one.
Ooh.
Because now tanks just stack armor and health, and the Last Whisper only reduces armor, bonus armor, not base armor,
Oh,
not all
shit.
armor. So it's like if they're already at like 100 armor by default, and they only buy like something that has 60, you're only reducing that 60 by 30% as opposed to
That's-
160 by 30%.
And
I'll
that's
be
why
right
it's
back.
preseason.
Keep talking.
I know.
Because they're trying to work out all the bugs and everything.
That's
but
kind of
like,
the thing. I'm just wondering, like, if I should even play right now, or just wait till kind of like another patch comes out that's like closer to the season opening.
I mean,
when
you can
things
play,
actually-
dude. It's a lot of fun right now, honestly.
still
Because there's a lot
fun,
of
yeah.
broken. There's a lot of broken champions, like jungles right now. Like Lee Sin's coming back because Lee Sin's pretty fucking.
Because
OP.
because all the items, all damage, like
So
like
awesome,
full damage
dude.
on him. That's what he wants.
Yeah, it's so awesome. That one, Shaco's. I mean, he's always been unbalanced a little bit, but like
Do you build him
he's
AP or AD?
AD. I'm building him AD. Yeah, dude. I've been wrecking as him. Who else? Diana. Well, she's always kind of seemed
Always
like
been
she was
good.
but like the new masteries tree. You don't build straight damage in the mastery tree. You build in the other one, and like she has a new area effect thing. that
Oh,
stacks
that's
with their
the
other
one?
area effect. Yeah, there's like another one that stacks with it for the
Yeah,
master.
I know that one. Yeah,
Dude,
I didn't know
it's-
that's what you were supposed to get with her now.
I do. Well, I mean, mainly because all of our items are kind of area effect time themed, right?
Yeah, it's true.
But anyways, all I know is that when I full build, dude, I took a Trendermere down in like 2 hits. It was like doo doo. It was dead. Just Q, and then R, and then he was dead pretty much. It was great. He didn't have to get enough time to hit his little save my life button. It was just he was gone. It was just great.
Wow.
Yeah,
Damn.
Rocco was in that match too. But them,
I gotta play.
who else was Kogoth, AP Kogoth.
Oh yeah.
Ridiculous, dude. Gotta play him too. So.
I'll be right back. Also.
Okay. So I was just.
Sorry.
Alan actually made a pretty good point about heroes, and it's interesting to have your perspective to have these questions, Steve, because you haven't played Heroes of the Storm.
I mean, I have, but I haven't played as much as you guys, yeah. So.
Right, exactly. But yeah, thinking about it now, like I guess it really doesn't make sense why they're adding kill, death, assist unless they're trying to. I don't
Make
like
more
unless.
competitive.
Yeah. Maybe they're gonna move towards like not as. It might be they might be trying to break the whole team concept. Like it just might not be working, and this is one step towards that, or at least reduce the amount of like connection, like the fact how closely tied you are to each other teammate. Like we mentioned earlier, League you can have a carry. In Heroes there is no carry, and I feel like that feels broken to me.
Maybe that's why. I mean, do they do like Heroes of the Storm tournaments like they do like the
League Worlds.
the Worlds?
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say like, I mean, do they have like a favorite player in those ones? Like that's what I'm wondering. Like maybe they're trying to make it more individual, so like people can like when they go and they watch the tournaments, they have like a favorite player, kind of like they do in like Worlds. They have certain people that they like more than the other because it could be from the kill death ratio or their gameplay style or something. I don't know.
Well, that definitely is there. It's just that like that player's like ability or like level doesn't necessarily. It doesn't get its full potential like it would in League because again like that guy's doing great and your worst player is bringing you down, so you're not able to just get and roll with XP. Like you're just not able to.
Again, maybe it's like what Alan said. It doesn't matter. This isn't gonna really do anything to it because it's still a team-based game. It's just gonna.
It
have
is.
That
You're
extra
right.
Stat.
Yeah,
That's pretty much
totally. Yeah,
So-
absolutely.
That's all I'm getting from this. Basically, it's just that that's all they're putting into it. It's not gonna change anything. Like that individual person won't gain XP
Right.
just for being better. It'll
Right.
still get the team the way. So I mean, I don't see any problem with it then. I guess.
Yeah, I just think that's it. If it's not going to add to any philosophical change to the design, then it's adding something that doesn't belong. It's adding a concept, a design system that's just going to add toxicity and like just I mean people freak out already for supports going and taking down towers and not like contributing to team fights when the objective is not to be in team fights. It's actually just to be taking down those towers and backdooring. Like people are like, you're not even helping, bro, you suck. It's like, dude, I'm doing my job. And now now that they have kills and deaths to compare, they can just press the tab button and be like, dude, you have 0 kills. It's like, well, dude, I'm a support. I'm not supposed to have kills. I'm supposed to be killing towers. So like, and you're wasting time. It's just like it's crazy.
It's kind of like in the game, like you have people like fighting down here, and there's a bunch of people down here, and then like say the team fight went bad in League, and you're
Yeah.
up there pushing a tower, and you take down the tower, and they get all mad like, oh, help us, you know, like no, this is games to freaking get the towers and get to the end. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, for sure.
I don't know.
Okay. Well, that is going to be our show. I'm sure Alan will be back in a minute here. Stay with us. Ian's going to be back next week. Rocco's still working hard and getting that cash money for his day job. So he'll be back with us pretty soon. Probably not next week, though. That's it, man. That's our show. That's everything and nothing. We'll have another episode for you next week. As usual, you guys can support us for free on Facebook, on our YouTube channel / Maelstrom Gamers channel, on our Instagram account. Like, comment, subscribe, follow us. It helps a lot. We're really digging all the support. Our Twitter blew up last week. That was really fun. Keep going, Steve. And so yeah. And look, if you guys are enjoying this, you find yourself coming back and listening to our stuff, and you find it valuable, just think about how much like $1 means to you and what it could do to help us get some stuff rolling here. Really would appreciate it.
Yes.
If you guys want to do it, go on to patreon.com/MaelstromGamers. Throw that $1 our way for support. Really meaningful and helpful. I think that's it. That's that Patreon. And look, we're also streaming on youtube.com/MaelstromGamers channel. You can watch us play some League, like the game we were just talking about.
Or if you want, just email us something, because I need a graphics card. If you have an old one that you don't like or anything like that,
Send it the bad boys way.
you can send it my way, so I can stream more because I haven't been able to stream lately.
So
you can always just give that away if you want to. Maybe even sell it cheap.
Yeah, Steve was looking for a graphics card.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
good stuff.
Hashtag Steve-O graphics card.
There you go. Okay, next week we'll have another episode for you. Monday through Friday, you'll get the topic by topic. Saturday is the full episode. Until then, keep thinking about everything and nothing. It's been an honor to entertain you. Peace. Take care.
Chicken grease.
Peace.